living in a different world moving forward. Zalora is an 8-year-old company, so somehow we're a digital native company. 60% of our workforce are women, and 70% of our customer base are women. I think the other aspect of COVID-19 will be we won't really be able to look at work arrangements the same after this, I think. And even myself as a leader, there's no way I can justify someone making that commute on a daily basis and eating time away from their family, knowing that we can be so successful in this type of remote thing. I think for successful companies in the future, particularly in the digital era, particularly in an era where women are a more and more important part of the economic engine, most important part of the economic engine of a country, that it will be fundamental for us as business leaders to spin this wheel and get the workforce to happy workforce, happy customers, happy company.
We have never had any issues attracting or recruiting women at L'Oreal. The challenge is in retaining and promoting women as they go through major life changes like marriage, like having babies. Some of the things that we have done is flexible work arrangements, actively mentoring, leadership development. We now have actually 56% of our top management positions being held by women here locally. So I think that's actually been probably the thing that I'm much more proud of, that we're able to retain and promote these women. We've had flexible work arrangements in place for a few years already. And this is really to support women, but it was way before COVID-19. But that preparation has made a big difference in our ability to cope with this. Before we did this, or before the community quarantine started, we actually did a simulation of 100% mandated work from home, just to see what are the issues that would come up. Some of the things that we learned have been the importance of communication, a very regular and predictable drumbeat of communication, because it's very, very easy for people to feel completely isolated when they're working from home. I actually think in recruitment, people will be looking for companies that they can trust and who they believe will really look after them in the long run.
How in the future, a question that the job applicant will be asking the interviewer will be, what did your company do during COVID-19?
Your customer who also is looking to connect with a brand similar to the same way we're saying employees are looking to connect with companies that believe in the same things and hold the same values that they hold dear. DNA and being able to create a company culture that authentically lives these values, I think will be one of the key success factors coming out of COVID-19. Bigger companies would have kind of cash reserves and things to fall back on, but it's really stimulating growth in the MSME and SME sector, and that will determine whether we get out of this unscathed or less scathed.
And so one of the insights I wanted to share is we've put a huge effort into actually providing education and training when people cannot do their jobs. And so our educators are providing e-learning courses and techniques for hairdressers while they cannot open their salons. Our makeup education teams are providing makeup tutorials and education for all our beauty advisors who can't go into work, so that when we are able to get back to some sense of normal, they're able to come back fully trained, fully motivated, ready to go.
You can actually use the Zalora platform to donate to our Frontliners, and we are partnered with the Philippine Red Cross, who will be getting out 100% of these donations to both Frontliners in need of support, as well as the underprivileged families, similar to the Project Ugnayan effort of MBC.